And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome indeed to Jimmo Fix It.
He was the UK's most prolific predatory sex offender. The man who appeared on our screens was in fact hiding in plain sight. Jimmy Savile, far from entertaining the nation, was, say the police, for 6 decades, spending every waking minute thinking about abusing boys and girls.
Jimmy Savile was a predatory sex offender. He was prolific in his abusing of the vulnerable and the exploiting of his power to get access to the vulnerable. His footprint of offending across the UK and the number of offences that were recorded is unprecedented. He took the nation in. Indeed, you could say he groomed the nation.
The figures are both appalling and staggering. 450 people came forward. 214 crimes against Savile were recorded. 174 of the victims were female, 40 were male. 28 of his victims were under the age of 10. His youngest victim, an 8-year-old boy, his oldest, was 47. Savile's abuse continued wherever he went. 50 allegations were made of abuse in 13 hospitals and in one hospice, the Wheatfield Hospice in Leeds, and claims of abuse in 14 schools and, of course, at the BBC.
Jimmy Savile, when I was
Dee Coles was
14.
one of the first Savile victims to speak out to ITV News last year. Savile attacked her as a 14-year-old in his motorhome in Jersey.
The scars those sort of attacks leave are deep. They do remain, yeah. So, and I guess I was thinking today when they were saying, oh, it's a massive number of men and women have come forward and how startling that is. And I honestly believe that's just the tip of the iceberg, because if this went on for 54 years, you know, how many days is that? How many other women and men were sexually abused by him?
Yet the police and prosecutors were on to Savile while he was still alive, interviewing him in 2009, yet did nothing. He continued to abuse children up until that very year.
He hid behind a veil of eccentricity and fame and essentially conned and misled children, parents, friends, right up to and including the Prime Minister of the day. And that's how he got away with it, because it's really hard to challenge someone in that circumstance.
Jim wasn't fixing it for children. He was breaking some of them and their trust. Lucy Manning, ITV News.